We all wanna change. We all wanna be somebody else. I wanna visit all the places nobody goes. I wanna teach all the things that nobody knows. I wanna grow wings, leave the coop, learn to fly. Bungee jump from the tallest building in Dubai. I wanna fly around town in my UFO. I wanna eat real food, not the GMOs.
Welcome back to Desertwood Days, and I am here with Mr. Anthony Glover, aka Brother Anthony.
Yeah, glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Welcome. Thanks for showing up today. It's
Absolutely.
a pleasure.
Absolutely.
You know what? I want to show your book.
Yeah,
I love it. I can't wait to be a man.
I can't wait to be a man.
What inspired you to create this book?
Well, I've been mentoring young men for the past 6 years. Typically I work with teenagers and preteens, and I used to always get questions, what about the little ones, the little boys? I don't have anything for them. But during the pandemic, we was all at a standstill. I had a lot of time on my hands, and I thought it was a good time to create something for the smaller boys. And I decided to write a children's book. That way I can create something to give them a head start on their journey to manhood. So I filled the book up with different lessons and drills they could take away and practice as a boy while on their journey to becoming a man. So inside the book, it talks about chivalry, responsibilities, keeping your composure, respecting their elders. There's all kind of different lessons they can practice and be excited about while on their journey to become a man.
On their journey to becoming a man. You are definitely an Arizona man, I've noticed.
Oh, yeah.
You support our community. I love the horseback riding. I don't know why I get all excited when I see you riding your horses out there. Did you live in a rural area where, or with horses and farming?
A little bit. I live in Levine now.
You live in
so
Levine
I
now?
get to see a lot more nowadays. But as a kid, I wouldn't say in a rural area. It was mostly South Phoenix and, and West Phoenix.
So you didn't
every
grow
now
up.
and then I might have seen something, but it wasn't, necessarily in my face all the time. And I did move to Louisiana as a teenager as well. So I've seen it a little more out there, especially in northern Louisiana. A little more country out there. So I've seen it growing up. And then I came back and it was something that stuck with me.
Right.
So we started off just riding horses, but now I do much more than riding. I actually help on the actual horse ranch, caring for the horses. But it all started with just loving to ride.
Okay. And the reason why I asked that question is because I know I see you using that with your children also in your programs.
Oh yeah, I love to bring the boys out to the ranch and put in some little work in. They've got to roll their sleeves up and help take care of the ranch. It's my way of giving them something to volunteer and give back to the community.
Right.
So anytime I have a project going on around the ranch, whether I'm building something or learning how to fix something, they can always come with me, learn with me, help me clean up the ranch and do all kind of different activities.
So that takes us to your foundation called Useful Hands.
Yes, Useful Hands PHX. People that know me, they know that I like to call myself a community uncle. There's so many mothers I've been seeing out here and they have no partner. Or the little boys have no fathers, not even uncles.
Right.
Because Phoenix is one of those cities where you move to. So a lot of these women move out here with the child, and there's no uncles, there's no big cousins, there's no father figure. So I step in as a community uncle. So I'm going to be the uncle to teach you some things. So I decided to create Useful Hands PHX, where they get to learn 4 different hands-on skills in my program over 2 days. So they learn auto care, where they learn how to change a flat tire, jump a dead car battery, learn the different components that make up a vehicle. We also do charcoal grilling, so they get to learn how to prep their own food, start the fire, maintain the heat, and they do everything themselves to get their own grill for the day. And that's just day 1. And then day 2, we do some fishing. Everybody knows me, I'm a country boy, I love to fish. So they learn how to fish, all the foundation of fishing, and I let them just have fun. And that same day, we also do woodwork. I also do woodwork on the side as well.
Okay.
So they get to build different projects out of wood, whether it be a wood planter box, a couple of different shelves. I just want them to get familiar with learning how to use your hands and using tools and designing things and building things on their own. Because one day they're going to be family men, and they're going to have to learn how to do some things around the house. And I want to give them a head start and also build up their confidence. So that's why I designed Useful Hands PHX.
You know what? I like that you call yourself Uncle Anthony, because we don't think about the uncle's role has always been very important in families. The uncle is that one that you can do no wrong. You come over, he can maybe give you $5 or whatever,
Right.
and he's showing you those things, or the one that you can go to and talk to about
Right.
issues that you're afraid to talk to your parents about, or
Right.
like you said, it may be a household without a father.
Right.
So the uncle's role is very important, and thank you for taking that role on for our community.
I appreciate
That's an awesome role to have, and a role to be an honored role.
Yes, it is. I take it very seriously.
Yeah.
I'm affectionately known as Brother Anthony. You know, I started off as a local poet. I was just a poet.
Right.
And then it led me into doing different things with schools and became a full-blown mentor. But over the years, I wanted to change up verbiage. I didn't want to use the word mentor. That's why I came up with uncle, because I'm more of an uncle.
Right.
You know, I keep it real with the young guys. I show up to the basketball games. I have them come in the house, fix things. They learn different things, and you know, I'm more than just a mentor.
Right.
You know, I like to have that relationship where they feel like they can call me up when they're having, you know, girlfriend problems or something like that. So I feel like it's much more than a mentor. I'm building a real bond with these young guys. So
it's all about
like
building relationships.
I have a lot of nephews in the city of Phoenix.
I'm sure you do, Uncle Anthony.
Yes, ma'am.
So, could you tell us one of your most memorable or heart-touching moments with the child, that just the change in that child?
Oof, there's a lot. A couple that stand out to me. It's mostly comes with the feedback I get from the parents.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be at home and just minding my business, and I'll get a text message from a mother showing me a picture of her son changing her flat tire that she had. And she'll be like, you know, Eric was so excited about my flat. He was happy that I had a flat tire because he got to use his skill that he learned in my program.
Right.
So she took pictures of him changing his mom's flat tire, and that's what I designed the program for these young men, to be able to help out around the house and do things, you know, be the young man of the house.
Right.
So when I get pictures of mothers sending me pictures of the child changing the flat tire, using the charcoal grill, going fishing, and just different things they learned me, whether I said something to them that stuck with them, whether it's one of my lectures I give them and they actually take something away from it. And so, you know, Brother Anthony told me I got to think like this and think of it this way. And I got to pick myself up. Just hearing the parents tell me that they're actually utilizing the skills that I gave them in my program, it means a lot.
So how do you also, in adding to that, teach them that even though they're on a journey to being a man, they're still a child?
Yes.
How do you throw that in there?
Yeah, you definitely have to do that, because I don't want to make them feel like they have to neglect the joy of being a boy. For example, in my book, there's all these pages that talks about the joy of becoming a man one day. But the very last page is letting them know to enjoy being a boy as well. And don't rush the process. Just take your time and make sure you're learning everything. Do not rush the process of being a man. Just make sure you're learning what you're supposed to learn, and still enjoy being a boy. You know, play. Understand that you're not going to get it all right the first time, and it's a long process. You have all those years to practice now. So right now you're a man in training.
Right.
And until you get there,
a man in training.
Until you get there, you're training. So just enjoy the process.
Right. You know what? That is so positive, because, you know, we do have families where there's not a male role model there, and they're forced to be and females, they're forced to skip over childhood and try to be an adult.
Yes.
Because they have all these responsibilities at home, whether it's taking care of their younger siblings, cooking dinner, doing all these things, because there's not a father or a mother in the picture. So they're having to take over that other adult's role.
Absolutely, especially in my community. I'm originally from Phoenix, and like I said, I grew up in South Phoenix and West Phoenix, and that's typically where I work at. And around there, you see a lot of fathers as young men, leading up to young men to be influenced by what they see in the neighborhoods, music. So they limit themselves. You know, I want to be a basketball player, football player, rapper, or be the guy in the streets. So it's a battle. I'm battling the influence, the negative influence.
Right.
And here I have the positive influence. And they see all that every day. So it's important that we throw the positivity in the face as well, because it's a war. So that's one of the things that motivates me.
Right. Is there something in I Can't Wait to Be a Man that you can read for us?
Oh, yeah, sure. All right. So like I said, it talks about different lessons: responsibility, chivalry, keeping your composure. But I'll share one that a lot of the young boys like. It's about responsibilities. And the young man is actually the narrator of the book.
Oh.
So he's the one talking to the reader. And he's letting him know that I'm excited about practicing these lessons I get from my dad and my uncle. When I get home from school every day, I complete my chores before going outside to play. I must always take care of my responsibilities. This is a big part of being a man.
Mm-hmm.
So he's taking out the trash, and he's doing it with a smile on his face.
Right.
There's a sense of pride and honor that
Right.
he's doing these things that shows the quality of a man. So his dad is proud, and it's the reader's going to be like, you know what? He's happy. He's taking care of responsibilities and doing all these things. So I'm planting seeds in their heads to do the right thing.
Right, right. So how received is this book so far?
It's been amazing. I actually released it. It's been almost a year now. It'll be a year in October, and I released it, and I had so much love in my city, in my community, and that was something that I wanted first, was my own community, and they support it. They support a lot. Then I started.
Well, they're going to support you because they see what you're doing.
Yes, you know, and me having a reputation of working with kids for about 6 years now, and it gave me a good head start with support. But when I started sending books off to New York and Hawaii and Nebraska and all these different states, that's when it really hit me that this is more than just an Arizona book.
Yeah. One more thing, tell me about the recognition that you just received.
Recognition? So you're talking about from the news, or?
No, it's an award that you just received, being one of the first Arizona people to be recognized, and I can't remember the name. I saw you post about it of making change in Arizona.
Yes, I was actually recognized from a nonprofit organization that's based in St. Louis, where they highlight different community leaders from states all over the country, as well as all over the world. They were China, Australia. They find top community figures or leaders that are doing positive things and making an impact, and they stumbled across little old me, and I got to represent the city of Phoenix.
Wonderful.
As they highlighted all the leaders.
Who better to recognize as someone that's turning our young men into men?
Thank you very much.
So where can our audience find you and your book?
For the book, I can't wait to be a man.com. Simple as that. I can't wait to be a man.com. And usefulhandspHX.com as well.
Okay.
If you're interested in signing up to Sun, Useful Hands PHX, we'll sign an enrollment form, and I will contact you directly, and we will go from there.
Thank you. I really enjoyed hearing about this.
Thank you.
And I will be purchasing one of those books.
I appreciate it. Thank you for your support.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining us today on Desert Wood Days, and we will see you next time.